Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. In this video, I really want to talk about ancestral healing. This is a subject that really comes up in a lot if you have had healings before, if you've had your Akashic records read, if you just in psychology, if you are kind of in tuned and called into a place of healing, you have probably heard about ancestral healing. And there's a lot of things that you can do that helps heal. But the reason why ancestral healing is so important is because everything still exists in this planet, in this universe. There's energy still there from centuries ago, from lifetimes ago. It is still happening. This is the whole idea that time is an illusion, that everything is still happening in the present moment. But our human mind has such a hard time grasping the idea of that because we've been trained, and also it's just very human to see everything in a linear way, in just kind of a straight line moving forward. The past is behind me, the future's ahead of me, and the present is just right in this moment in the now. Um, so we see things in that way. But we both know and understand that energy of time, of vibration, everything is happening in a full circle. And this is the whole idea that time is an illusion. And you have the freedom, you have the free will to believe that or not. Um, I know it's a difficult idea or concept to grasp, but I want you to have an open mind while you listen to this. And while I invite the idea that time is an illusion, and this might help you understand how you can heal and do ancestral healing. But this is where the subject comes in, that you can heal past lives because you can at any point tap into that past life, or you can even tap into a future situation happening right now because, as I said before, it's all happening in the present moment. But our human mind, our egos, won't really allow us to even grasp kind of the idea of that. It just wants us to keep thinking back on a linear basis. When I really want you to understand that the more you give yourself the permission and the allowance and the accepting that it is truth, that time is a circle, that time is a full circle, that we can begin to really step and lean into that. So, when I mean you can heal a past life, for example, I was working with someone who reads my Akashic records. She was a very close friend, a mentor, and we were going into a past life of someone who was close to me, a family member. So, really, you cannot really do healings unless you get permission from somebody. I did get a permission from this person, but also they were a family member. So I did ask their higher self for permission going in, but I also asked the human self. So this is where we went in and we saw this lifetime. And this lifetime was just a lifetime of work, of energy, of um this person, he was working in, he was like a digger and he was digging, and it was very, very, rough times. It was very um an energy of just someone overpower and people working on this field, digging up and digging. And it was actually a time where they were digging for, they had to dig for treasure, they had to dig for gold. So it was a very, very old past life, and it was in somewhere in the region of the east of planet earth, and it was just a very harsh time. And this person, this was part of this person who was close to me, this was his soul. This was his past life, but really, we went in, we took his higher self there now, and his higher self gave him a notebook and a piece of gold, like a piece of treasure. And this was a freedom where this person could now heal that timeline. This soul could heal that timeline, and that timeline now is healed. And in this moment of time, in this life that we were trying to help bring a healing, because this is how you have to look at it. Your soul is up there, your higher self. You can tap into it at any time. And then there's all these dimensions and lives happening. And you can be in the present moment aware, and you can choose consciously to tap into a different lifetime that you understand that you need to heal. Just like I did it with another um woman the other day. She's another reader of Akashic records, and she went into a past life of mine, and we did it together, and we had to heal this part of me because we had to send this person back because she was still like she wasn't human, she was a star being, but still we could tap into that dimension, into that energy that needed healing, because I am bringing it in this lifetime, if that makes sense. I'm bringing it right now of this feeling. So there's subconsciously and in my body, in my DNA, in my soul's blueprint, there's this energy that needs to be healed. And this is where ancestral healing also comes in. I have many ancestors that I tap into. I ask for their guidance. I do a meditation where I bring in my ancestors. We are on a beach. It is nighttime. I tap into their energy, and we do a frequency of love, of vibration. We do light language, and we begin to heal the energy that needs to be healed for this planet, for this lifetime, for this earth. And then you can go deep into your souls where you can see ancestral healing. I do this on someone who's close to me too. I watch them guide their ancestors over a river safely to that piece of land. And this is their certain healing for them. So you can kind of just dive deep in what feels right for you, what healing works right for your ancestors. Ask your ancestors what healing needs to be done. Ask their guidance, ask their support. What do they need from you? Give that also, give that energy. What do I need to give? What do you need me to give? So giving that energy, giving that respect, giving that love, tending to this energy, tending to where this needs. This is just like going to therapy. You are healing the parts of you that need healing, childhood wounds that needs to be healed. That is also ancestral healing that needs to be done. I I come from both families that escaped Hungary and went to Canada, and both sides left everything. Left half of the family stayed there, the other half escaped to Canada. There's ancestral healing in that. There are forms of trauma that is placed in generations. And this is where, how can I show up for my generation so I can heal the generations to come? This is very, very positive healing. This is healing. This is building. This is co creating and networking a newness, a shift in mankind. This is the medicine. This is Gaia's medicine for you. This is Mother Earth telling you this is her medicine. How can you heal the ancestral lineage that needs to be healed, that is asking for your healing? And we all have ancestors. We all come from past lives, from different generations, from different cultures, from different skin colors, from different religions. There is a tuning that needs to be understood. There is an unfolding that needs to be seen. It needs to be heard. There's this is how I get shown from my guides that there are ropes tangled everywhere. We must untangle this rope together, and we can use the guidance that is there to tap into. But we must ask, we must do, we must see, we must evolve into that expansion where you stop looking at this as woo woo and begin to understand this needs to be healed. There needs to be a healing happening. And this is where this unlocks blockages that have been put into place by your ego, by your subconscious, by other ancestors who have gone through darkness and hard times and weren't able to heal from their pain in that lifetime. So there's healing that needs to be done. The question is, will you do the healing? Will you remove the ego and allow your higher self to come through? Will you allow that energy to come through and expand and evolve and allow this healing that needs to take place? So let me know your thoughts, what you feel. Comment below. Let me know where you're from. Also comment what else you want me to film about. What conversation should we be having? What discussions you want to know? What things you might need help or guidance on? Let me know. And yes, I hope this video helped. I hope it was understood. I hope it gave the right direction and the love that every being needs right now. And I'm sending everybody love and positivity and trust and faith and energy of just complete knowing in the divine. So thank you so much for watching, and yes, stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.